Alright guys, here we're talking about the movie Benny Loves You. 2019's Benny Loves You, Lee. Had you seen it before?
Of course not.
I picked this one up new, so I had a pretty sneaking suspicion that you had not heard of or seen this.
Yeah, I stopped watching movies approximately 2010.
I'm just going to say right here in front of everybody, this was a huge chore for me to watch.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't think it would be. I thought by the trailer I was going to love it, but I could not get into this movie. I was like struggling.
I respect that. I didn't love it. I thought it was like a well-made thing I didn't like, though. It's not my type of humor, not my style or whatever.
No, but British puppets, and everything I thought I'd want.
I was going to say, yeah. I mean, I often don't want what you want, but that's regardless.
Few do.
Yeah, but I was like, oh, I bet they'll do this, and they did it, and I'm like, well, that was okay. I guess we're all right. Like, that was my attitude, was like, oh, I bet if this is your thing, you love this. Because it combines, like, the hot fuzz, like, British, we're serious but we're not humor with this outlandish murder puppet.
Yeah, it must just be that it felt more like a bad part of The Office to me, like a lot of cringe where I'm like, why?
Well, like, that's what I mean, is that it's going for something that I didn't want it to go for.
No, yeah, but it wasn't my thing.
But I know there's people who this is like, oh, they can't get enough of it. So I'm like, for those people, that's good, but not for me.
Indeed. All right, so that's our dipping our toes into thoughts on this. We're going to have a lot more to say. If you've seen it or don't care, falls over to spoilers, and if not, pull out now.
If you need a place to rent content, you better listen. We're Cannibal Video, and we eat the competition.
All right, so here we have the spoilers of Benny Loves You. Lee, let me hear them spoiler-filled thoughts.
Yeah, I didn't love it. I think a chore is too strong, but if you really... Like, if you didn't get into it at all, I would think, like, completely a chore. It was a semi-chore for me.
Why don't we talk to an Indian spirit chief or a voodoo priest?
Which I guess we hate this movie, is fine. But but my whole take...
It's competent. I didn't like the main character.
Whatever anyone says, whatever you hear about me, I'm not Norman Bates, okay?
Good.
I didn't much care for the villain. I didn't think a lot of the deaths were fun. Like, there wasn't an angle that I could attack from where I'm like, yes, okay, we've got this. Like, none of the characters spoke to me. And not that they were bad, but like a combination of their style and this and that. Like, and usually like, I'm like, oh, British guy, I'm down. Let's do this.
A downtrodden British guy?
I think from the jump, it just like, it cold open.
You're special.
I don't like him anymore. That's no way to treat your old bear.
I know this is based on a short, and I never saw the short.
Eddie loves it.
And part of me was almost like, is this opening the short? Like, what the fuck is this? What is it establishing? It doesn't bring anything to the table. It just tells me that, like, oh, creatures come alive sometimes.
No, I figured you... So if we discuss the bookends of the movie, which are a cold open about an entirely different... It's some young girl and her shitty teddy bear and she is shitty.
Barella wants her dream house. I saw you wrap it.
Her mom is shitty.
Mommy! Another word.
And the teddy bear is shitty. And they're all Satan, evil, or something. But then at the end, there's like a capper where it's a warning. It's like, never throw anything out. And I'm like, oh, well, now...
As a hoarder, you're speaking
my fucking language. Exactly.
But whatever you do, under any circumstances, don't throw him out.
But like the Avengers is assembling. You got fucking Annabelle Esh doll, you got the fucking bear, you got Benny.
You're special.
But like in the middle, you would have needed what you're hinting at is some connection.
Yeah.
Something where we see now, oh, well, the amulet, or like, oh,
something.
This box is a magic box and it turns whatever's inside of it alive.
Because if it's just that your love brings these things to life when you stop loving them, that doesn't make sense. It should be like, oh, he loved it so much, he needed its help, and then it came alive to kill the things that were causing him a problem.
He's jealous. He thinks I love you more than him. Don't worry, he's like that with everyone. You're nothing special.
To have it like, no, he charged it up with love and it just laid dormant like a fucking Game Boy until one day when he was going to throw it away, it fucking came back to life, magically still charged.
And the batteries had oozed out that chalky stuff where you're like, it's ruined. And then someone says, just take a Q-tip, you can just wipe the connector, it's fine. And then you do, and you're like, why do I even have this Game Boy? I'm sorry, what were you saying? And then Benny's there. And
historically.
And you're like, how could things get any worse? And then it's like, hello, I love you. And Benny shows up and does his thing.
Benny loves you.
The one thing, I'm sorry, that, because it's just making the noises that the toy makes. It never says, I'm going to get you. It never, says anything else. But, one of its canned lines is, oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
All right.
More.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
All right, enough.
More.
This long wow thing, and that made me I responded to that, or that seemed funny sometimes, because it wouldn't happen when it was supposed to. He's just making noises, so he'd be jumping off the bed to go do something, and then you would hear wow, just going down the hall, and you're like, what the fuck? It has that vibe, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
How did this start? What were we talking about? Benny?
Bad cold open.
Loving
and some
you?
Bullshit.
No, because that's the point. Is this is not a movie about a thing. During the climax, right? We find out, which was funny when it was incidental.
Yeah.
I'm calling her the love interest because that's all she is.
That's what she is.
That's fucking the love interest. He's like, oh, how do you feel about celebrating birthday? And she thinks, and her brain has another toy in it, and it goes, ah!
What about yours? We'll celebrate that.
I'm not really that big into birthdays either.
Does a thing, and you're like, oh shit, okay, that's funny. But then she goes upstairs, and
it's fucking there.
So, okay, but they've tried to go through this thing where I think they're trying to make you think that Benny, posing as Jack, bought the same toy off eBay, which is still trying to kill her or her family or whatever, and that's why this makes sense. However, simultaneously downstairs, the other prick from The Office that the guy works at, not the show The Office, but he might be on the show The Office. I've never seen the British Office.
Version,
but whatever, that guy is fighting and being killed by one of the robots. Who came out of a very similar box with very similar smoke, but that's just, he built that. That's from the thing.
Yeah.
My story begins when I turned 35, the year Toy Box sold record units of the state-of-the-art Roscoe. Its creator made Designer of the Year.
That he never had that as a child. This is part of his job, right? The face you're making. That's what I'm talking about.
Nothing makes sense, and that's my issue with this. If it would have been a thing oh, we're all imaginary friends, and we're back at imaginary friend lands, in between things, and I was like, yo, I got a guy. I know that girl. Come with me. Hey, it's just so convenient just for the sake of this will be funny to film. But it wasn't funny for me.
I was going to say, which if it was all,
convenience sake is fine if things are good, if you're stringing together gags that I like, but
right.
I don't know what I'm here for. And I paid full price for this movie. I think I pre-ordered this. I was like, oh, that'll be fun.
Did it come with a little puppet or a little toy or something?
It was just Amazon.
I said, shut it!
The only thing that I think was good, but it was still stupid bad, his parents' deaths. Dying by what was it, toothpicks or candles or
an insane series of accidents where something has to fall and land exactly on you and all that stuff. And there's the thing where it's another flashback later where it's something like, oh mom, what's this? And she goes, it just makes a death rattle noise.
I'm not big on birthdays anymore.
And dies right in front of him, and he's like, oh no, and stuff. So those are the jokes. That's the joke here, is that I'm a full grown man, but I was a shut-in, I was a late bloomer, and now I'm blooming, but this toy is messing everything up. Stop killing people, Benny.
This is not
A present! And Benny's like, yay! And doesn't do anything.
At every
right?
opportunity, at the worst
That's the whole
time,
thing.
whenever our main character's life could go in any way other than down, Benny fucks his shit up, and it's just cringy. I'm like, God damn it, Benny, you fucking asshole.
I love being your bitch.
And like he's like comically a fucking chud. Like the way he like gets a girl back to his house and like she's like, toys, horrifying, a poster, oh my god. Like it's just terrible.
I need to pause you there because that was a very important moment for me. Because I thought you too could relate to this. You bring somebody home and she's like, you're not an adult. What are all these fucking, what is this? What is this? What is this? What is this? And she's still saying, what is this? It's been years now. She's trapped in your house just saying, what is this? Because you have so many toys.
Pause. As you say, she's still trapped in your house. The girl is trapped in his attic for years. You like forget about her. And you're like, wait a minute, this character's still in the attic?
That's the best.
A woman escaped Benny into the attic. And she is there for the entirety of the movie.
It's great. It's your favorite thing. You saw the credits part, right?
Yeah, where she's like a skeleton, right?
I don't know why she's a skeleton, but she's still up there,
Yeah.
which is good. And just the fact that same chick ends up back with a realtor after going there on a date like years earlier or a year earlier or something.
4 days earlier.
That's crazy. That's amazing.
See, here he's transformed this seemingly blank canvas into a rather stunning feature wall.
Everything that we've described so far also takes place in a world where it's impossible to be caught by the cops or to be held accountable for any of your actions, and not in a thought-provoking American Psycho way, but in like a British comedy way.
What about biscuits?
For DNA?
No. For my tea.
Where like the cops are there and he's like using his foot to like close the cabinet where the body is, and the body's like dripping everywhere and there's flies everywhere, and the cops are just like, oh my god, where'd you get this thing? What?
That's new. I like it. Modern art.
What's this? Why is this on? And they have to pull
There's
this
a
whole,
Jackson Pollock painting of blood across the wall and the painting, like
Also, okay, so all of my, in case we need something to cut to, everything I just said was made up. That's a real thing, where he goes, oh, it's like bursting out of the canvas. I like this, right? We're like, that's the type of joke. It's like one joke repeated multiple times, where everyone, it's very hot fuzz, I say a lot, where it's like, they go, oh my god! You put your like whites in with your colored lows? How do you do that? Oh, you have soft
there's that clue moment, like, and murder!
Unless we find his body.
Just kidding.
It's like, wouldn't that be crazy? Can you imagine?
That cop gets so aggressive when he wants fucking cookies with his fucking tea. He's like,
biscuits!
No! No biscuits.
Really?
And like they're fucking fighting over it. I'm like, okay, man. It's fucking tea.
But I feel like that, like the juxtaposition of the gore with the silliness and stuff, that's, for some people, I feel like that's the joke.
If the gore was better.
Well, no, I mean, yes. Maybe this is me as an outsider. This to me felt better than a lot of other movies that everyone fucking loves about stupid shit.
You think?
I mean, kind of. It's like a tighter script. It does more, like when they're shooting him with the little pellets and he gets little tufts of like fluff. Like
no, there's quality there. It just
like it's
I don't know,
like
it didn't grab me.
Yeah, it's like competently done. It's like structured well or whatever. But I think just the things that are in there, and maybe they are all bad. But again, I can't tell because I'm like, well, it kept a consistent tone, and I feel like people like this because I'm often like, I hate this, turn this off, this is bad, this is not funny about things, and this is just another one, so I can't judge.
Excellent.
I'm not qualified to judge, though.
When he finds the dead guy's head in his bed, like the horse's head type of thing, and like the way he kind of like cuddles it, and he's like, ah. There's a nice little montage of death as he locks his coworkers into like a coffee shop or something.
I mean, that's less of a great montage. That's more of a. There's some CG in the movie.
Yeah.
And some of it's there, and some of it's elsewhere.
I think there's a lot of just painting out people, like, all right, we'll just mask that off. Oh, he's hopping. Like,
yeah. Like the first time, maybe not the exact first time, but there's like a money shot where he's clearly bouncing around and doing his I'm a puppet thing, I'm a toy thing, whatever. And I'm like, this looks terrible. I hate this. I hate everything about this.
Yeah.
You agree? Yes. I'm like,
100%.
The way he moves and bounces around and
he's
all that
weightless,
stuff.
Yeah.
But like that could be his thing, and like it seems like they want it to be his thing, but it's not a good thing.
I also didn't get they're modeling things off of him and like using him for photo shoots and stuff, and I'm like, shouldn't they be different characters? Like, I don't understand how this even would work.
Yeah, that was a bit of like, oh, it's like an alien making this movie, because it's like, yes, that's the part in the movie where you'd be like, oh, maybe I can't. Like, a lot of it I think is almost like too subtle or too smart or like too meta or something. Not to give them credit, but to say like, you're screwing this up, because like,
yeah,
I think that they understand what should happen in a movie like this. You know, when like the dog, when the dog has been killed and he has to pretend he's killing the dog again in front of her. But there's a huge delay, and
it's such a delay,
and she doesn't buy it, and like it doesn't work at all, and then it just cuts to him like cleaning out his desk and being fired.
Yeah.
So I think that they know what outlandish, gory things are supposed to happen in this movie, and they delight in being like, oh, we're better than that. We're gonna do something else, something more.
That was just so like by the numbers. Oh, and then we'll throw it out the window and it will hit the boss's car as he pulls up.
Exactly. Who must have just left and done a U-turn and come directly back to the house, I feel like. Yeah.
Ouch!
Gotta make him think I don't love you, okay?
Bastard!
Is she like a kinky weirdo? She like rubbed blood on his face at one point, like oh yeah.
That's another smart joke, and he reacts like, I can't believe you've done this, but it's all in the montage in like the middle, and there's like a few montages like you say where they're just playing a song, and they're going for it. They're trying to play. They play a happy song while he's like burying a body, and Benny's like yay, and then like doing whatever the fuck, right? They're trying for that juxtaposition. This reminded me of a Johann Vasquez vehicle. Invader Zim has a character named Gurr, whose whole joke is like kind of like this.
Hurry, Gurr! What did you learn? I saw a squirrel. He was doing like this.
But like, this movie then starts to feel like the Gurr show, where it's like that wouldn't work. You can't just have Gurr. You need to have things to play off of and do things with. He barely even it's like he needed to interact with the puppet more. Right?
Yeah.
He only really talks to
it's a secondary
the puppet,
character that's just doing things that are needed for the movie.
But like he tries to reason with it and then says you can't reason with it. It's a force of whatever the fuck. But there's no like, you don't get that nice sense, the give and take. You don't have the scene where he's like, come on, say something. Come on, show them. Come on! And then everyone thinks he's crazy or something.
You had a minor version of that.
Have I ever told you how much I love you?
Oh. Well, thanks, Jack.
Yes, you have a minor version of everything, because I feel like they're skipping it because they're like, well, we're too cool for that. We're going to go to the second phase, and you're going to enjoy that more. We're going to skip over all the groundwork. What was your least favorite part of this film?
I guess my least favorite would be like the robot things, like where he's like is manipulating a robot via joystick and it's defending him against the thing, and things are just happening where I'm like, that doesn't make sense.
When I don't know what they were going for. When he's fighting and they show you all those wires for like so long, but the fight is so long and it's not even doing anything unexpected, and then eventually the wires just pop, like not even in like an interesting way.
Yeah.
There's nothing that happens like with the thing, with whatever.
Really, all that setting up or booby trapping the house. I'm like, it's a fucking stuffed animal. Hit it with a hammer. Like, it's so small. Like, come on. Get yourself anything. What are you, in England? A cricket bat. Something.
Clamp it in something. Just get it somewhere.
It was in a Tupperware for how many years? Fucking put it back in a Tupperware. Just don't throw it away.
He tries to put it in the Tupperware, but it gets out.
You gotta duct tape it.
Yeah, there's a montage that I appreciate. Okay, my favorite part of this film. That's crazy. What are you talking about? Something that I didn't hate that much.
The end. Ha ha ha.
Something that I thought was not that horrible was when one of the montages is like he's gonna cook. And he's like, he's doing all the little like cooking montages, and then goes ta-da and pulls the thing off, and it's chips and beans, which is French fries and baked beans if you're not from there.
Voila!
Wow.
Which is like, yikes. And she goes, yikes, we can't eat this, we have to order out.
Ah. The beans are cold.
I can microwave them.
We could get Chinese.
All that stuff.
Yeah.
But I love after several straight ahead montages, to have a rug pull montage, I thought was a nice thing for them to do.
He said at one point, like, oh, I was coming to check on dessert. Oh, what's for dessert? Nothing.
Nothing.
Where did you go?
Just checking on dessert.
Oh, what are we having?
Nothing.
You okay?
Yeah, you're meant to be like, oh, it's so funny that he's so bad at this or something, I guess. Yeah. Also, my favorite thing in like any movie ever is some sort of ambiguity, and this one completely robs you of any like luxury of feeling ambiguous about anything. By the end of it, the cops have seen Benny. They've helped cover up the crimes, and everything's fine. They're just like, better go before you change it, before we change our mind.
Locked all the doors?
Check.
Key under the mat?
Check.
Disposed of all the evidence?
Oh.
Check.
Even just to have him go to jail for all these murders would have been kind of nice. Because you can't explain anything. Everyone that's ever seen him is dead.
At a certain point, there's too many dead people.
Yeah.
From too many corporations.
Yeah.
Organizations.
Fuck this movie.
Go ahead. Tell the truth. I'll be right behind you.
I feel like we could have ended stronger than that.
All right. I feel this movie hard.
I have no idea what it would be.
Let's see. Baguette lemon juice? Does that mean anything to you?
What?
Alright guys, thanks for watching. Let us know in the comments below what you thought about it. Don't die in a fire, and we'll see you next time.
If you want to support the show, head over to cannibalvideo.com, pick up some merch.
And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button.
That's alright.
Yeah, that's something.
Whatever.
Fuck these motherfuckers.
Jesus! Prince, actually. Close enough.
Cannibal Video has everything you need. A wide array of VHS and DVDs. We ate the competition, now it's only us. Our expert staff opinion